Hello everyone. Today we are going to look at another investment deal. This one is actually in Mesa, Arizona. And I'm gonna share with you the screen right now about a couple information about this property. This one has 3 bedrooms and 2 baths with a square footage about 991. I know the square footage is so small and the approximate lot size is only 4,000 square feet. The only reason I like about this is there's the other thing that I like too, but the reason why I think 991 is okay is that it still have a good amount of bedrooms and bathroom inside. Also is in a newer build in 2006. Now the other reason is that I don't normally hear a lot of tenants complain about how big the house is when they rent it, as long as the inside is great, which this one property is really great. As you see here on the screen, on the picture that I share with you right here, they already done all the flooring, tile. They have the remodeled bathroom as well as the kitchen with the big sink. Agree with you, the size is big in terms of square footage, but the inside is already ready to move in. You also see there's a gate that you can fit the trailer as well, so it's actually really nice. The backyard has a good size. So the minus the fact that the real size of the house, living space of the house is small. Everything else seems to be acceptable for me, and it could be a very easy attractive to the tenant especially. Okay, let's jump into some of the calculation. First of all, let's go to the purchase price section right here. Let's say right now, as of right now, they are asking for 360. Okay, we're gonna do enter input at 360 right here. The closing cost, like always, we're gonna estimate at about 1.5%. I know this may not be the case all the time, but for the initial calculation, I think it should be fair for that. Renovation, definitely for this house, there's no reason for spending any renovation cost, right? Because the inside already very nice, but there's no work needed there. Purchase price is 360. The closing cost is about 1.4%. Renovation cost definitely zero. This area right here, now I have to share with you the location. The location is a little bit off, further away. For Arizona, for those of you who are out of state, this area is right here is called Apache Junction. Even though it's very close to East Mark area right here, and it's very close to the Gilbert area right here, this further east, there's nothing else. Okay, this is like at the end of the development activities here. I heard that in the future there's going to be more development activities down here, but as of right now there's nothing. For that reason, the commute to go to the working is gonna be very long time. For that reason, you have to consider it's gonna be taking longer time for you to find a tenant. Let's say in this situation, you're gonna take 2 months for finding the tenant in this situation. In terms of the rent, estimate on rent ready is good tool. I would recommend. This is not always gonna be 100% perfect. However, though, for the initial underwriting step, I think this could be a good option. It could be a good route to do as well. The median rental for this property is about $2,000 a month. Right? We're gonna do $2,000 for long-term rental here. And talking about a loan amount, let's do a regular 80% loan amount. Interest rate as of right now, you can get something about 7.6 or 8%. Okay, so let's do 7.6 and let's assume you're gonna do a 30 years mortgage. HOA for this home, let's look at that again. There's a small medium HOA. There's 180 quarterly HOA, so in a monthly basic is $60 a month. So 180, $60 a month. The yearly tax for this one is $1,004. Okay, so you're gonna have about $83 a month in tax right here. Insurance, I think it's gonna be about the same, $1,000 a year, so 83, 33 a month. Must-have expense is right now at $2,247. So this is the number that you have to pay on the monthly basis. You cannot get away from this number. This is estimate as well. And then the total cash that you have to bring into the table is about 72,000. That including all the down payment, all the closing costs, all the vacancy rate needed, preparation for vacancy. Overall, the cash flow is about 247, negative 247. Yes, I agree with you. This is negative, and now it doesn't include some optional expenses as well. We're talking about property manager, talking about vacancy, repair, capex. So let's say you're gonna manage yourself, you're gonna do 5% vacancy as recommended there by me, then initially you're gonna have a negative of 647. That's gonna be further negative. For those of you who are optimistic, you can stop here already. But for those of you who looking at the situation in a more conservative option, then definitely take into account of vacancy and repair and capex. The reason why this is optional is that maybe vacancy never happened, or maybe repair never happened, or maybe you don't have to spend anything. In fact, the house is built 2006. You don't have to spend a lot of money on roof and AC in the near future. You may not have to save up to 10%, maybe only 5%, right? That's gonna reduce $100 negative cash flow. Anyway, it's still a negative cash flow. So is it a really good deal? The short answer is no. Anything that is negative cash flow has no purpose. There's plenty of option over there, but let's try some creative option to see how it works, in my opinion. Let's say if you can ask them for seller concession to put interest rate to 7.5, you're gonna reduce like about $20 per month cash flow. Reducing the interest rate is not significantly reduce the cash flow in this situation. The other option that you can do is to negotiate on the purchase price. Maybe we could do 340. Okay, and if you do 340, you have about negative cash flow of $100, and then the other must have all the expenses. You're gonna have the negative 400, so that's better. The fact that this house has been on the market for 78 days, I think at this phase, most likely we're gonna be able to negotiate the price a little bit better than any other properties on the market. So I would highly recommend that as well. Of course, if you're able to negotiate down to 320, it's even better for your situation, right? But of course, you're gonna be always have some negative cash flow, especially in this market, unfortunately, because of the high mortgage rate. Now, interest rate, the other option that I just think of, look at the rent ready more careful, is actually 2003, and then 75% higher is 2139. So if you are able to charge them 2200 for this rental property, then you're gonna have a positive cash flow. So you just have to be more willing, and then you already have 2 months upfront to pay for the vacancy. So you should be okay, well ready, well prepared for that situation, right? Not sure if I would rather to be on a little bit safe side than a little bit more optimistic, right? I want to be more conservative in that way. So let's look at the neighborhood real quick. Last stop to see whether we have a good neighbor in terms of housing. Is more affordable in this area. Of course, obviously you see it's only 360 for that 3-bedroom house built in 2006. The neighborhood is about 46 index points, okay, compared to 51 for the entire US. Transportation, like I said, is really far away. It's going to be more difficult for the tenants to live in that area and too easy to find the information. Environment, not sure why it is 0. Perhaps maybe it's not a good environment to live, or it could be because they don't have information on that. Opportunity 47, like I said, job opportunity is lower in this area, but it's still development is coming in the future. Well, that's it for this deal. Thank you so much, everyone. If you do have any deal that you want me to check out, please give me a call. My phone number is 602-515-2442, or you can just comment in the section below, and I will be more than happy to share with you the underwriting that I have. Bye bye.